video we're going to look at various aspects of symmetry to help you to learn to read music. The first thing we're going to look at is the positions of the clefs, starting with the treble clef. You may know this clef as a treble clef, but did you know it can also be called a G clef? This is because it circles the note G on the stave like this. Now you will always know that the note on the second line of the treble clef is G. Let's take a look at the note G on the piano in relation to middle C. The note G is a perfect fifth higher than middle C. Now let's take a look at the bass clef. You may know this as a bass clef, but did you know it is also called an F clef, because it starts on the line on which we write the note F. Now let's take a look at the note F on the piano in relation to middle C. The note F is a perfect fifth lower than middle C. Now let's take a look at the treble and bass clef staves together. Here you can clearly see the treble and bass clefs have been positioned on lines which are symmetrical to each other. The treble clef starts on the second line up, and the bass clef starts on the second line down. Imagine placing a mirror in the centre of the staves. Although the clefs themselves look different and aren't symmetrical, the lines they focus on are. So now we have the positions of the notes F in the bass clef and G in the treble clef sorted. Let's start adding the other notes. Did you know there are 7 different white notes on the piano, which move in the order A, B, C, D, E, F and G? Once we reach the note G, we start again from the note A like this. Let's show the notes F and G in red. We are going to head towards the position of the note middle C, which lies in the middle of the treble and bass clef staves, moving in a pattern of space, line, space, line. Now let's convert the squares into notes. Okay, let's swing the notes round so we can see the symmetry. Now we can see the symmetry. Let's add the mirror. And middle C is central to the symmetry. The reason why this C is called middle C is because of the middle position on the stave. Let's see what these notes look like when played on the piano. The treble clef notes played by the right hand moving right from middle C to G, and the bass clef notes played by the left hand moving left from middle C to F. Let's add in our alphabet notes. Let's add more bass clef notes moving left in a pattern of space line from F to low F. Let's have a look at these bass clef notes on the piano moving from middle C all the way down to low F. Now we'll add the extra treble clef notes from low G to high G, and then we'll take a look at them on the piano. Let's whiz the notes round so we can see the symmetry. And let's add the mirror. Can you see how the two C's we have used are symmetrical to each other? You can now remember that the note on the third space up in the treble clef is C, and the note on the third space down in the bass clef is also C. In fact, we can also add another C in both clefs, which are also symmetrical to each other. Let's see if we can identify some notes using our symmetrical system. Question 1. Can you name this note? Okay, let's think about what we've learnt. We've learnt that the note on the second line down in the bass clef is an F, so we can work out the name of the note from there. If we move one note down, it goes to E, another note down goes to D, and another note down goes to C, so the name of the note is C. Or of course you could use the fact that this is a C and all Cs are symmetrical. Let's see this process on the piano. We move down a perfect fifth from middle C to F, and then move down 3 more notes to reach the required note. Let's move on to the next question. Question 2. Can you name this note? Let's think about the facts that we've learnt in this video to help us to answer the question. We have learnt that the note on the second line up in the treble clef is G, so we can work it out from there. We move up one note to A, another note to B, another note to C, another note to D, another note to E, and we arrive on the note we are looking to name. This note is an F. We move up a perfect fifth from middle C to reach G, and then move up 6 more notes to reach the required note.